Hello, this is S4 at the Beach Required Forms. Through this presentation, I will share with you and walk you through the student forms that must be completed by all service learning students participating in service learning activities. The completion of the forms will ensure that your placement is fully complete and that you are following all university guidelines for your service learning class requirements. Before we get started, please have an emergency contact ready and your course syllabus, specifically the course learning objectives and the course service objectives, as they will be needed for the forms. In order to get to the forms, you will have to click on the Placement Progress Continue icon on the top right hand side of the screen. If you are planning to complete your student placement requirements on S4 all at once, then you will not see this page. Instead, you will reach this page automatically throughout your progress. This is the page that you will see when you click on the Continue icon. Here, you will see the two sign-up forms. The first form that I will walk you through is the CSUOB Service Learning Safety and Risk Management form. Simply click on Complete Form and you will be prompted to this page. The first section of the Safety and Risk Management form collects the student information as well as the emergency contact information for all students. You are required to provide the name, relationship, and contact information of your emergency contact through this form. The second part of the form includes the participation guidelines. All students are encouraged to take some time to fully read the participation guidelines and provide an acknowledgement signature that you have read and understand the guidelines. Guidelines note that you are completing the service as a requirement of your service learning class and therefore receiving academic credit for the service. Please be sure to follow all university and community partner guidelines to ensure that everyone has a meaningful experience. After you sign the form, click Submit. The second required form is the CSUOB Service Learning Plan. There are three sections to this form. The first two parts of the form include your student and site information, which should be pre-populated if you are properly logged in through your single sign-on access. If not populated, please log off and close all of your browsers and log back on using single sign-on. This will ensure that your form is pre-populated. The third part of the form captures course-related information. In this section of the form, you are required to provide information that your professor may have already shared with you through the course syllabus. You will need to provide the course learning objectives and your service objectives. You will need to confirm with your professor. Rather, this information can be simply copied and pasted from your class syllabus, or if you are required to provide your own learning and service objectives. Lastly, you will provide how many hours a week you will devote to your service learning site. This is just an estimate and will not impact your placement if you do not follow it as initially planned, as long as you properly report the completed hours using the S4 time log. You are also required to enter the total number of hours that you will complete overall. This is typically 20 hours, as the minimum service hour requirement for all courses is 20 hours. In order to submit this form, it is very important that you first click on the Preview tab, which will prompt you to this page. Here, you will review the information that you have inputted and hit Submit. A copy of the submitted service learning plan will be sent to the site supervisor that you noted on your form. Your site supervisor is required to review your learning plan and approve your form and placement. Having said this, if you see a 0 out of 1 signatures by the submission information on S4, as you can see here, you do not have to worry. This just means that your site supervisor has not signed or approved your learning plan yet. You will need to follow up with your site supervisor to make them aware that you have submitted the form that requires your approval. Once you have submitted these two forms, make sure that you click on Finish Placement and your S4 student placement will be fully complete. If you have any questions or require additional support, please contact the Center for Community Engagement Service Learning team via email or phone. Thank you.